When we swung our legs over the new YT IZZO for our first ride feature a couple of months ago, we were blown away by how well this bike pedaled and carried speed over flat terrain. But what if our tired old legs were just playing a trick on us, so used to dragging our big enduro bikes up a hill that we had simply lost our references? To put our first impressions to the test, we called in some reinforcements to help us evaluate the new bike against some seriously fast competition. Keep watching to find out how this new trail bike performed when we took it to cross-country school, as well as how it did later on when faced with some more technical challenges. Welcome to Field School. As part of our long-term testing of YT's new trail bike, the IZZO, we are out here today to put a little bit more focus on the performance side of the equation. Since the IZZO was built for speed, going both up and down the mountain, we thought it would be interesting to compare it with a race bike and see how it would do. And when I say race bike, I don't mean an enduro machine, no, I mean the Mondraker F-Podium 100mm cross-country race weapon. Our goal here today is to send both bikes out on a test loop, check out the times, and then figure out where each bike gives up time to the other, if at all. Of course, this is not so much a competition as it is an exercise in understanding the strong points and weak points of these two types of bikes. And the ultimate goal is, of course, to help you, our viewers, make the right choice of bike for you. To help us out today, I'm joined by Jonathan Nyatom. Jonathan is a semi-professional cross-country and enduro racer. He's no stranger to Vital. You've seen him in a couple of raw edits, and he has helped us out with product testing in the past. We're going to send Jonathan out on a test loop, up and down the mountain, and then we're going to sit down and talk about the times. Jonathan, what plans do you have for today?
Well, the first plan is to give it all for them both, and as you said, really say where in each part of the trail every one of them is better, or faster, or slower.
And we're interrupted. Have fun! Yoo! Well, on that topic, which bike do you think will come out on top?
Well, I can't really tell, because the track, the trail have everything in it. It have up and downs, it have speed, it have technical terrain. So I'm just really interested to see which is the faster bike or better bike to ride on this trail.
And that's what we want to find out too, so let's get to it.
3, 2, 1, go! Woo!
You look tired.
One thing is for sure, we are not doing it again.
Alright, well that looked like it was a bit of fun and a lot of hard work. We've actually been sitting here having a look at some of your performances. Yeah. So first of all, a couple of words on the loop you rode. It took you about 9 minutes to get up the trail, and then about 8 minutes to get back down the same trail. Yeah. Riding it in the downhill direction, it was about 50 meters of total climbing and 90 meters of total descending, and then we inversed those numbers, obviously going back up. So yeah, you rode the trail back and forth, and we measured the time in each direction. Let's start with maybe the most impressive number. On the way up with the IZZO, you cranked out about 400 watts of normalized average power over a 9 minute and 39 second run. So that's impressive power.
Thanks.
and quite a big effort. 9 minutes and 39 seconds of about 90 meters of climbing. Mm-hmm. So an efficient bike you felt after that first run?
It felt really good, actually. You immediately feel that it's efficient enough, it's not that mini enduro bike.
Right.
It's a real trail bike.
Yeah.
It pedals very well. And one big thing that I noticed, it's efficient, but it still roll very nice on rough terrain, especially going uphill. So you can still sit and pedal through rough terrain, and it feels really nice.
And it actually still develops quite good power then, because you went up the same trail with the Mondraker cross-country bike, and you actually came in 8 seconds faster, a 9:31 compared to 9:39. So you'd have to say that's quite an impressive achievement by the IZZO to keep up with the race weapon. Although you did also need, what was it, like 20 watts less normalized power to get the Mondraker up with an 8-second faster time. So definitely the cross-country weapon is of course ultimately more efficient if you're really looking at watts and time. But maybe the difference wasn't as big as, well, at least not as I expected.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it gives, from different strength, it gives almost the same result.
Right. So
because it really rolls better over rough stuff.
Right.
Going uphill. The Mondraker is a race bike. It's not. It's supposed to be efficient and stiff, and you really need to be precise with your line choice.
Right. And then, of course, came the time to point the bikes downhill. And your first run on the IZZO down the trail was done in 8 minutes and 16 seconds. And you actually have the COM already on this trail, right? If I'm correct. So that COM, we don't know if you beat it today or not?
We beat it by 8 seconds.
Oh really? Oh, you improved your COM today on the second run then?
Yeah.
Right, okay, so 8 minutes 16 seconds and about 380 watts of normalized power, if I remember right, coming down?
364.
Right, okay, 364 normalized power, okay, on the way down with the IZZO. And then you came down with the Mondraker and you did an 8:07, and basically that was 11 seconds faster than with the IZZO. So again, the race weapon showing its race potential. But what can you say about the rougher sections of trail? Did you feel any major differences in the handling of the bikes?
Yeah, in going downhill, it was for sure the IZZO is more forgiving, and it's more fun because of the whole package. You have more suspension, and you have wider bars and all the little bits that make it a funner bike to ride. Yeah. And also it's more forgiving going downhill. You can do small mistakes, line choices and stuff, and you can still turn it and make it turn and it will go. Right.
Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for coming out to play with Vital MTB, and we'll see you next time.
And thanks for having me.
Well, there you have it. Turns out that our first impressions were well founded. This is indeed a very fast bike that pedals extremely well. But what about when things get more technical? We've been riding the IZZO for about 2.5 months now, and we've had the opportunity to take it out on most of our home enduro trails during that time. Now, of course, you can't expect the same level of comfort and forgiveness from a 130mm trail bike as you would from a full-blown enduro rig, but the angles of the IZZO provide plenty of confidence on more demanding trails as well. The bike is light but never flimsy, and the frame is reassuringly stiff in all the right places. We did eventually swap out the stock cockpit for something a bit wider and with more rise, and the Maxxis Forecaster up front was replaced by a 2.35 Minion DHF, which really put the bike in the sweet spot for more demanding trails. A simple enough upgrade to carry out if it makes sense for your riding style and terrain. All the other parts have performed flawlessly for the duration of this test, and the bike still feels as solid and as crisp as it did when it was new. YT says the frame has been tested internally to the same standards as all their other bikes, which also bodes well for long-term durability. In conclusion, YT has really hit the nail on the head with the new IZZO. Instead of trying to make another mini enduro, they've really given the IZZO all the pedaling power of a pure trail bike, but with enough gravity DNA left in it to allow for some serious fun as well. Being underbiked is more fun than being overbiked most of the time anyway, and if this sounds like the kind of bike that might suit your riding style and your trails, we'd certainly take a long hard look at the new IZZO. Thanks for taking the time to tune in and check out this review. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time, happy trails.